Sometimes facelifts are a bit much, but if you do just little things in the right places, you can make things a little bit better. Well, the Nissan Titan had an excellent surgeon because the mid-cycle refresh on this guy is solid. Okay, let's get out that graphic.
Let's start with that face. There are 3 new grille options, including this one that's on the off-road Pro 4X model.
So for all of the chromed out versions, I actually prefer this black grille that shows up on the base model and the Pro 4X. Now the Pro 4X also gets this cool red badge right here. So Nissan is embracing a Titan warrior theme in its design language, and I gotta say, I think it's appropriately aggressive and assertive. Certainly it's very trucky.
The brighter LED headlights are standard on the 3 top trim levels only, as well as available LEDs in the bed and tail lights. So there's plenty of really good illumination to be had if you're willing to pay for it.
Overall, the Titan has presence. It's handsome and it's not so different that it's unrecognizable from the previous generation.
The Titan's 229 inches long and 80 inches wide. The bed on this crew cab is 5.5 feet, and the king cab, which has less room for people and more room back here, sports a 6.5-foot box. The Pro 4X has the best ground clearance of all the trims at 10.1 inches. The S, SV, SL, and highest Platinum trims sit a little bit lower, from between 8.3 inches at the front axle and 9.6 inches at the rear.
So the Titan has some excellent bed options for work utility. There is a spray-in liner that comes standard on the Pro 4X version. There is a storage system that rests in here nice and low so that when looky-loos are walking by, they can't automatically see that you have stuff in the back. There's also the Nissan Utilitrack system, which has these 4 movable cleats. That is standard on the Platinum and SL trims, but it is optional on some of the lower trim levels as well.
It's got a damped tailgate that makes it easier to open and close. The bed on the Pro 4X is a bit high for me to reach into, but it does get this retractable step up that makes it easier to get in and out. Good utility and function here. This Pro 4X also comes with the off-road package that includes a skid plate under the radiator, Bilstein shocks, all-terrain tires, and a rear locking differential for added traction on loose terrain.
As we head inside though, I'm not quite as dazzled.
The Titan's is objectively not a displeasing interior, but I'm not as happy with it as, say, Brad Pitt was to see Jen Aniston win her Screen Actors Guild Award. Oh, who doesn't like this? Come on.
First, let's talk about the really good stuff, the seats. You all know already how I feel about these Nissan Zero Gravity seats. I love them. And I drove this Pro 4X 1,000 miles, towing 2,000 pounds. Very, very comfortable. There's plenty of room here, even in the back. And on our little road trip, I had 2 full-size dude persons back here, and they wouldn't stop talking about how very comfortable they were. So, nicely done.
They especially liked the optional ginormo sunroof. Dang.
There's plenty of storage in here, lots of cup holders, and it's pretty customizable. Although, if you're not using these things, they're a little bit awkward. I suppose you could put them in here, but you can certainly make it exactly what you want it to be. I like the details, especially in this Pro 4X. There's really nice contrast stitching. Expect in the lower trim levels, though, you probably won't see that many embellished details.
Of course, the higher up the trim ladder you climb, you can get creature comforts such as power seats, including lumbar support, heated seats, 20-inch chrome wheels, and a heated steering wheel. The Titan comes with other goodies, including USB ports, that ginormo sunroof, and an optional Fender audio system.
So the 7-inch gauge cluster and 8-inch touchscreen comes standard. Now this is a 9-inch touchscreen that comes on the Pro 4X. That's nice. It's nice and big. It is a little prone to fingerprints, which is not good. The other thing that I've noticed is sometimes when I go to hit one of these screens, if you don't hit it right on or right in the exact right place, it's glitchy. It's very weird, especially when you're driving. Like, it's weird. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto do come standard, which is great across all trims. Love it. But a couple of other things that have not been super consistent. The HVAC, sometimes I've set it to a high temperature, and even on auto it's blowing cold air, kind of weird. Also, I've set the seat heater to heat, and it's blowing cold air on my booty. It may just be this particular truck, so you might want to go in and actually test drive it for yourself. So the biggest news about the Titan is what's under the hood. Now, Nissan no longer offers a diesel engine option, and in a very competitive truckoverse, that is kind of unusual.
The Ford F-150, Ram 1500, and Chevy Silverado all offer several powertrain options. For serious truck buyers, that does give the competition a leg up when it comes to configuring the workhorse that's right for you.
The 5.6-liter V8 makes 400 horsepower. Now that's tuned slightly over the previous generation's 390 horses. It also makes 410 pound-feet of torque at 4,000 RPMs. Now I will say, when you goose the throttle a little bit, if you're headed up an incline or you're looking for a little bit of acceleration, it really does make a ton of noise. However, you get a really, really nice surge of power. It's confident, assertive. I really like how this engine feels.
The 9-speed automatic that V8 pairs with is new and works very well here. It's got 2 more gears than the previous year's model, and that makes for easier towing, smoother shifts, and better gas mileage thanks to more efficient gear selection. Overall, there are huge gains over the previous Trans with this new setup. Speaking of that gas mileage, it looks a lot like this. I can say that those numbers are pretty accurate, and that can be tough on the wallet depending on how much gas costs where you live.
Cruising at highway speeds, the Titan is comfortable. It's quiet, even considering the off-road tires that we have in this Pro 4X edition. I will say the pedals, they're a bit staggered fairly dramatically for my taste, but I have very small feet and probably not exactly the average customer in that regard. So I will give the Titan a pass. Like I said earlier, I've towed 2,000 pounds with this, but if you're really serious about towing, you might want to take a look at the Titan XD. Mike, you got any ideas about where we can get our hands on one of those? I didn't say get in my shot. I said, do you have ideas? Big difference. This better work. Why is everybody in my shot all of a sudden? Do the thing, hurry up. And suddenly I am in Jackson, Mississippi. No, the Pro 4X does not have a teleportation feature on it. But I am here to drive the Titan XD, and we're gonna do some towing on it. Now, for those of you who don't know, the XD is a little bit of a tweener truck. So it's bigger than the half-ton Titan, but it's smaller than other 3/4-ton trucks.
Those include the Ram Heavy Duty and the Ford Super Duty. The XD doesn't tow or haul as much as those other Goliaths. But this David is still capable and comfortable if you're not in the market for a Gigantor truck, but still want to haul toys around for some fun.
So it's got the same powertrain, but the suspension is a little bit more beefed up just to handle the larger towing capacity. So it's got a double wishbone suspension in the front. It's got leaf springs in the rear, but like I said, they're just a little more heavy duty.
Other towing niceties include a gooseneck hitch, trail brake controller, and a downhill speed control function.
This one right now I'm towing 6,200 pounds. That is obviously a little bit different from the 2,000 pounds that I was towing earlier. Capacity on this is 11,000 pounds, and I have to say, this road is a little squirrely, but I have to say that this engine is definitely powerful enough to handle what it's got going on back there. It's like a roller coaster. Okay, that was super weird and probably, I don't know, not all that safe, but the Nissan Titan is now more safe to drive because Nissan's Safety Shield 360 comes standard across all trims.
That includes 6 advanced safety features, including automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection, blind spot warning, rear cross traffic alert, lane departure warning, and rear automatic braking. You can also get forward collision warnings, intelligent surround view, intelligent cruise control, and driver alertness recognition as options. There is also a 360-degree camera system for a bird's eye view, but I have to mention that the resolution on it isn't great. Pricing starts on the base model S trim King Cab at $37,858. The Pro 4X starts at $49,185. The Crew Cab has a base price of $40,485, and for the top Platinum Reserve with that extra room for passengers, will leave you $57,085 poorer. For the XD, base price starts at $45,185, and the highest Platinum Reserve will cost you $63,285.
Well, that certainly was a lot of information for a mid-cycle refresh, which means that your job as a truck buyer just got more difficult. But with comprehensive safety features, solid power, and refreshed good looks, the Nissan Titan maybe should end up on your test drive list.